Your name is?
Susan Dietzel.
My name is Joe Torzuski.
Or Troyer.
I'm the aunt of Kyle.
This is our friend Alec.
My name is Paula Turk.
Travis. Jeff.
Steve Shantz.
You're here at Goshen at the Pumkinvine representing the Michiana Bicycle Association
Yes.
on June 16th.
That's it.
2020.
All right, Chris, yo, we're on our way. Okay, guys, coming through. Blowing, not stopping.
What brought you here?
Well, my husband had 2 hips replaced a couple of years ago, and we got into biking when it turned out that that was the one thing that he could do that didn't hurt. And it was something that we could actually do together. And he definitely is the one who got the most excited about all the opportunities in the area for bicycling. We had no idea.
And you live where?
We live in Mishawaka, Indiana, so
Okay.
not a very far drive from here at all. And one day he'd been checking some things out, and he says, well, we got to go check out Pumkinvine. And he explained how it used to be a rail line, and now it had been made into a multi-purpose trail, great for biking. And I said, sure. So we drove over here and hopped on the trail, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful and well maintained, marked well. Obviously, the community loves to use it. We saw lots of people on bikes. We saw lots of people walking, families, just all kinds of folks. So I just thought it was an amazing use of the space.
How many miles have you done?
I rode 50 miles today in this blistering heat.
How do you feel?
I feel very tired and exhausted, but the ice cream at the end was well worth the wait.
70, yep, to here. I've got
17 miles?
70. I've got 2.5 more to get to my house. Last night we biked out to dinner, and that was a 30-mile round trip, so putting a few miles
So
on
you
my
were
bike.
hungry. And you digested also.
I think so. My vehicle runs on calories. That's what my sign says.
We did the Century 100. Just under 6 hours. We were actually trying to go a little faster, but it was pretty hot out.
Very hot, yeah?
It's hard to train for this kind of heat, but we pretty much just ride 3-4 times a week, and I run to complement the riding, so triathlons are always
Wow.
fun. Yeah, so it's just summertime's a good time to just be active. I did the longer route, the 100-mile route, and it was a fabulous day. This is so well done. The courses are very well marked, and they have fabulous volunteers at the stations. So it's joyful. And you were mentioning that there's more women than men out here, and I think that's a great trend. Cycling is something you can always stop and take a break if you need to, and then go on. And women are natural endurance athletes, so there you go. It's true.
About 85.
For
Yeah, actually, my wife and I both rode today. I went a little farther than her.
No, she told me about the ride, and so we all joined in. So
We were thinking about whether we want to do the ride across Indiana. The ride across Indiana is in July, and it's 162 miles. So I thought I'd better see if I could do 100.
100.
I did 60.
I did exactly 100.3.
Congratulations to him.
It was my first.
your first?
It was my first Century, yeah. I'm not a trainer, it's just a hobby. I enjoy, this is my first event. So, but during the week at home, I'll usually ride every day, 11 to 30 miles a day. So, just enjoy biking,
Are you from Goshen?
From Culver, south of Plymouth,
Yeah.
so Marshall County. So it's about an hour away from here. Yeah, after work I hit the bike and ride for about an hour or two, and try to fit it in within all my busy other schedules with the kids' sports and stuff. But yeah, I try to ride every day, depending upon the humidity.
Same. I ride recreationally after work, so anywhere from 20 to 30 miles during the week, and then I do that twice a week, and on the weekends I try to hit 40 or 50. So like Travis, we're very busy with our children, our families, but we love biking. So,
But you're doing it by yourself? You have friends?
I did it with some friends, and they're still out there, still finishing the 100. And it was hot today, so I didn't get all 100 miles in.
I'm by myself, so I met up with some good riders along the way, so they helped me pace, and it was a lot of fun.
When you are alone in those 20, 30 miles, 50, 100 today, what do you think?
It can, for me, I guess, when you're going 60, 70, 80, you have to set small goals, because if you don't, if you look down, sometimes you get overwhelmed. And if you're not riding with anybody, or sometimes if you ride with people, you feel a little bit of pressure. If you're not riding with anyone, sometimes you get a little lonely. I mean, it's a long ways. It's 6-7 hours.
This is the first time I actually rode with somebody, so it was nice to be able to talk. It seemed to kill time, but it was nice riding with somebody to pace yourself. Kind of got your mind off the distance and the time. I mean, you can rack up 10, 15, 20 miles real quick and not really know it. So that was one benefit, riding with a person. So.
It's true. When you pass time with somebody else, when you're riding next to someone, not only they're keeping you company and you're not even noticing how many miles you go, but if you're doing a long ride like this, it's good to have the company.
I rode 40 miles.
Yeah.
But I volunteered for 4 hours this morning.
Hey, that's, you would have done probably 100, but you just didn't get the chance.
No. No, by the time I get home, I'll have 45. I have 5 miles home yet. And what did you have? You'll
I
have
have
82?
70 here. I'll
70.
do 2.5 more probably. I might see if I can do my 80. My 80 years old.
We do ride together a lot, off and on, and we are supposed to do 80 miles yet one day for his birthday this month. Yet. We haven't scheduled it. He turned 80 years old, 2nd of June.
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Great.
It's funny because sometimes when you're out there, you feel like you're the only
Yeah,
one.
we go like 10 minutes and not see anyone. And
Where are the other 999?
do we miss an arrow?
We missed a few arrows along the way.
Yeah.
It's hard to get started. It's hard to kind of get out by yourself and start exercising, especially when it's this hot. But it's totally worth it once you get past that kind of wall. It's a lot easier and it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's why I bike. That's why I cycle. That's why I run. A lot of sports. You have an opponent. You have a team, but here it's a battle against yourself. Just kind of finding your limits and testing your limits and seeing how much you can do with your body. It's a pretty cool experience. It's very rewarding. Yeah. Some people ask why you come out here, and I mean, it's just the feeling you get after. It's just very, very rewarding, very successful for me. So.
If you're just starting to ride, there's a great group called the Michiana Bike Association, and they have rides literally every day of the week, and they have all different levels, and they give you maps, and nobody gets left behind, and you'll be riding, so that's a great way to get stronger. And you just keep pushing out your distances and trying different things, and it works. It's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What can you say? It's a lot of work. You got to prepare for it, and you can do it.
This is the farthest I've ever ridden. This is twice as far as I've ever ridden. So, my wife just the last year lost a lot of weight, and she really likes to ride bicycle, but because of her weight, she just really couldn't. And now she gets on a bike and she just flies. And so this is one way that's really been working well. Something that we do together is bike a lot more. So I can see doing a lot more. Why did I choose 3 wheels? Well, I'm getting old man hand syndrome, where on a regular bicycle my fingers go numb very quickly and it hurts really badly.
Yeah?
And this completely takes care of that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, when you push on the pedals, your back is pushed in the back of the seat. You can push really hard.
So you don't see any difference?
I would say it's probably even better than a bicycle. Because a bicycle, the best you can do is add the weight of your body to your foot. And here, I actually have a physical restraint. So when I push really hard, I can push right back into the seat. But it's not. It's a heavier bike. It's steel. And it's going uphill. There's a bit of a penalty because of the weight. But it's very comfortable for long trips.
Actually, this was my first experience on the trail out in this area. I've ridden in the Fruit Hills a couple of times between like the Bristol area to Middlebury, but this was my actual first experience on the Pumkinvine trail ride. Just try to ride as much as you can. That's the only way you can really do it. Time in the saddle.
It was usually increasing my time on the bike, not so much my mileage, but just getting used to sitting on the bike for so long. And my longest one, I had to do 5 hours on the bike. So that ended up being like 75 miles. But it was more getting used to just sitting so long on the bicycle is the hardest part. So that's what most of my training. I had ones where I had to do sprints and shorter rides, but every Saturday I had to do a really long ride.
So once a week, a long training?
A really long ride, yes.
Every
Then
day?
25 miles 2 or 3 times a week. And then running the other days or lifting.
You mean if you want to be 80 years old? That's I turned 80 June 3rd, so. What should they do? Keep biking. And don't indulge in some of the things that some people do. You know, I don't have any trouble with breathing. You know, I mean, that part's real good. My legs are, I'd get tired.
What would you tell people who may be coming out of surgery or people who want a change of life? What would you tell them?
I wish we had found bicycling 20 years ago. It's one of those things where I thought, gosh, why weren't we doing this sooner? And that it's a great way to meet a lot of great folks. It's a great way to get in shape, to enjoy some physical exercise that doesn't have to kill you. It's one of those great activities that you can pace yourself and you can be as leisurely or as competitive as you want to be. And it's just a great sport to be involved in.
That's what I thought.
All in yellow? Yeah. I
thought that too. I didn't know you had to pay. I thought that was included in there.
Yellow.